Naveen, you are live.
I'm live.
Yeah.
So shall I start?
Yes.
Okay. The topic is ECIRS, endoscopic combined intrarenal surgery, and we have combined high power holmium laser with mini PCNL with suction. Yes. So just a sample case. He is a patient who had bilateral multiple renal stones. Degestion was placed outside, and for these patients, especially, we can plan for ECRS. So this is an operative setup where the operative surgeon will be present at the foot end under the flank side. Galdakov modified Valdivia position is usually the commonly used position in ECRS. And the flank is the kidney is made up with two bolsters. So PCNL puncture would be made, and then flexible URS would be passed, and stone fragments can be passed onto the sheath and removed out with help of a forceps. So there's a fluoroscopic image video showing how both the flexible URS and the forceps are being met at one point. So as the flexible URS takes out a stone fragment with the help of a basket, and it passes on to the nephrostomy sheath. And through the nephrostomy sheath, a forceps can be passed easily and just taken out. The fragments can be taken out. So here we can see with the help of a basket, the flexible URS just gave the stone fragment onto the forceps, passed through the nephrostomy sheath, which has been taken out. So coming to one case, a 50-year-old male patient who is a known stone former came with bilateral flank pain. On evaluation, found have bilateral renal stones. His creatinine was 3.5. So he came with bilateral DJ in situ, which was placed outside. His creatinine was high. So we did a plain CT scan showing there's multiple stones in both the kidneys, which were basically non-obstructive, but they were multiple in almost in all the calyces. Galdakov modified Valdivia position was placed for the left side. So we are actually concentrating only on the left side in this patient. This is the fluoroscopic image showing the stones. So the PCNL surgeon is sitting comfortably, and he is doing ultrasound guided puncture through one of the calyx. As the puncture is being made, under ultrasound guided, and it was confirmed by fluoro with the help of a dye contrast. Yeah, we can see the urine coming out, and the position was confirmed to be within the system. Simultaneously, actually, even the surgeon from the downside also is actually inserting the sheath. So the normal steps of PCNL were followed, and sheath was placed, and then 12 French nephroscope was used. So here we can see a 13. So we'll come to that later. So this is the Shaw sheath, which is a nephrostomy sheath with a suction. So here access sheath is being placed. 11 by 13 French ureteral access sheath is placed, and safety wire was packed in the PCS. And we used a Poussin flexible ureteroscope. So as those fragments which were easily accessible through the nephrostomy sheath were fragmented with a laser, and they were removed. And those fragments which were difficult to be accessed through the puncture were being helped by the flexible ureteroscope. So this is the Poussin flexible ureteroscope, which has passed through the 11 by 13 ureteric access sheath. And what we are now going to do is we are going to pass the small fragments from the different unaccessible calyxes. So here from the upper calyx, the stone fragment is being pulled out. On the right-hand side, we can see the flexible ureteroscope through the nephrostomy sheath. And the fragment was just placed in front of the nephrostomy sheath. So on the left-hand side, we can see the flexible ureteroscopic view of the nephrostomy sheath, and this is the nephrostomy view. So the fragment was sucked out with the help of a suction. So we don't have to even use a forceps, which minimizes the operative time. So in this video, we can also clearly see how the stone was being passed out from the upper calyx into the place where the nephrostomy sheath was placed, and the stone fragment was laced sufficient enough so that it can be sucked out through the nephrostomy sheath. So once a small optimal size fragments were formed, the nephrostomy sheath was advanced onto the stone so that the stone fragment can be suctioned out. So similarly, all the other fragments at different calluses were brought out. On the right-hand side, we can see the flexible ureteroscope bringing the stone fragment with the help of a basket, and it is passing on to the calyx where the nephrostomy is there. And this is the flexible ureteroscopic view of the stone and the nephrostomy sheath, and lasing is being done. So we are seeing the lasing in vivo through the flexible ureteroscope. And so another stone is also being passed from there. So yes, on the left-hand side, we can see the nephroscopic view of the stone being fragmented, and the same stone which is being fragmented can also be seen through the flexible ureteroscopic view. And we can see the dust being formed and the stone getting fragmented and being sucked out through the nephrostomy sheath. The right-hand side, we can see how the stone was being sucked out. So yeah, so on the right-hand side, we can clearly see the stone got actually sucked out. We never used any accessory devices. So post-operative course was uneventful. There was no fever on the post-operative period. Serum creatinine came down to 2.5. There was not much of drop in the hemoglobin. At 1 month follow-up, there was a patient was doing good. So teamwork would help us to manage difficult cases easily. Thank you.